Just by a little bit.
Why is that?
I told you I'm in a rabbit hole, and
You got to get out. Got to get out.
yeah, I know.
You got to get out, D.
Well, it's helped me as of late not pay attention to what's going on around the world. As of Friday, I lost a mod. She passed away. She was friends with Candace. She was Candace called her sister. She wasn't actually blood related, but Candace called her sister. So it's been kind of tragic over here. So if I can find something,
you got to stop being friends with these people who died, D.
No, I decided death is just part of life.
Well, that's true.
And we all gotta deal with it at some point.
But didn't you have somebody else die within the last couple months as well?
Hey, Mr. Arctic. Yeah, Miss Christine.
Right.
I have known her since the Summer Wells case first popped off.
Yeah.
And I became close to her. You know what I mean? Because me and her, granted, we at the very beginning didn't see eye to eye on Summer's case. Then she came around.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric just said I'm going to have to second guess my friendships.
I know.
See, me and Arctic both were friends with Christine.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dee.
Aw. Okay, Arctic.
Mm-hmm. So what are we talking about tonight, Dee?
We have trivia questions.
Oh, we're going back to trivia. Yeah, all right. Wow, I didn't know what to expect tonight.
Well, and then for the month of October, I am going to find weird true crime stories.
Okay.
And do it over them. I've already found, I think, 2. Arctic knows of one I know of for sure, and that is the Axeman of New Orleans. And then there is Madam, and I just lost her last. It's Madam Layla or something like that. And so we're going to take maybe a tour around Louisiana and have a little fun with it. It's October.
All right. I know it's serious if you're calling it Louisiana instead of Louisiana. It must be serious.
Hey, I like it's picking on me again, Arctic. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Okay. You see, there's several of them out there that will be interesting. You know, you got the Mariavo and stuff like that, and what she supposedly did to people.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I actually pulled out some trivia questions for this week.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Or not.
So
if I'm not, it makes it better if I'm not. So.
So you tomorrow the show is just going to be a repeat, right?
It's a revisitation with new commentary of Stephen Kocher, Reason wanted to do this is that we have not had an opportunity to talk about Stephen's disappearance in the think tank yet. That was an episode that came out before the think tank existed. And in fact, a couple of the listeners, I think, found Unfound because of Stephen Kocher, some people in the think tank. So I thought, let's just get it done. So that's one of the main reasons that I decided to do that. Plus maybe you'll be there on Sunday, D. Maybe.
maybe I can get away from my stuff. Yeah, maybe. I didn't bring my mom up this Sunday. I left her hidden. I was like, we'll just leave you off air this week. She goes, you didn't call. I called her Monday, and she's like, you didn't call me for our Sunday show. I was like, oh. I didn't realize it was becoming a thing. So, leave it to me.
Mm-hmm. But yes, we're doing that tomorrow. Stephen Kocher, new commentary, had a chance to go back and look at what I said the first time around. And now that it's been like 7 years since that episode came out, I've matured a little bit, grown, progressed, and I wanted to give it another shot. And of course, it still is unsolved.
Wow. All right. Oh, so we're ready to start. What year did Rachel Mellons, I'm going to mess it up even though I know what it is, Skemp, Skemp, disappear from her Chicago suburb home?
She escaped?
She disappeared.
Okay. Don't know this one. Have not heard it. Not familiar to me at all. 0.
The answer would be 1996, which I should have waited for Arctic, but I didn't.
Okay.
Sorry, Arctic. Well, make it a little bit more easier, which I think would be a more easier question than the easy question. From which suburb of Chicago was Rachel from, or reported missing? Or yeah. From what suburb of Chicago was Rachel reported missing on January 31st, 1996?
Suburb of Chicago, Highland Park.
No, Arctic, you want to take a chance on this one? Or did you already run away?
I mean, I don't know many. I know suburbs of LA. I know suburbs of Pittsburgh and Tampa and such, but not Chicago.
Oh, you also sent me down a new rabbit hole of things.
Who did?
You did.
I did. I sent you down a new rabbit hole.
Yes.
Well, I didn't mean to, D.
And then we kind of find out that the kid that she was found in the car of, not only
oh
was
yeah, that one. Oh yeah, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was a gamer too.
Was he?
So the answer is Bolingbrook, Illinois.
Probably have heard of it at one time. Does not ring a bell though.
Okay, well, let's see if you can figure this.
So I have to go. I have to ask, what rabbit holes have you gone down on this? Do you think that singer did it, or somebody connected him? Where are you with that right now, D? If you can say.
See, she was talking, and it makes me kind of sick to my stomach because there is mention of a guy that passed away in 2021,
okay,
which would have made her 9 years old, and the first time she ever did it with anyone.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And he was found dead.
He was found dead.
Yeah. Huh. And there might be a baby related too. Give me one moment. Okay. Yeah, and there might be a baby related to this whole thing.
Oh, so she might have been
Yeah,
killed because she was pregnant?
she might have been pregnant.
I see.
The things that came out in the past week.
Okay. Are you thinking that this guy, does he have an alibi for around the time that this happened? What, being that you've looked into this? Of course, he's on tour.
He's
Can
on
you?
tour. I mean, unless it happened before he left that area. Does that make sense? To
Yeah,
go on tour.
sure.
But then again, that doesn't explain us being able to see her in July in a video with the two of them together, plus
Mhm.
his little brother,
Okay.
because she had the backstage passes on, she had a tube top on, and his little brother was standing next to her.
What's the last date that anybody can verify that this girl was alive? If you could, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but being that
I've
being that you said
seen
I put you down the rabbit hole with this, I feel obligated to ask you about it.
well, give me one moment to. Man, I don't got X on that one. I got it on this one though. One of the PIs that's working the case, which I know how you hold stock in the PI stuff.
Uh-huh.
SF Investigates has been posting on it quite regularly. The most recent one was I obtained photos of David in 2023 Tesla Model X when it was towed and impounded. I received a copy of the 8/26 2025 complaint report. It as abnormal, along with the vehicle impounded report. The caller only noted a large dent in the rear, not mentioning of the odor. The tow receipt states nothing is of value was seen inside. The photo suggests the car had been left in the same spot and explained period of time. The individual complaint was called in on August 26th. Then the officer first inspected the car on August 27th, again on September 3rd. So they've been keeping an eye on the car from the beginning of it.
Okay.
My question is, could she have been put in it after it was in the it got moved to the impound lot?
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Yeah.
it's what I'm questioning. Did she get it put in it afterwards to make him look bad?
It's, it's one of those things that's hard to understand. Obviously, she was murdered.
Yeah.
And so, if you did it, why would you leave her in the trunk of your car?
No joke.
It's hard to understand. That seems like a good way to get caught.
It seems like that's what he wanted.
So,
if he's the one that did it, that's what he wanted. Considering if you go down the creepiness of his music, which I always do with these YouTubers.
Okay.
He had this last tour. It was set up as a funeral.
Mm-hmm. And I saw he was selling clothing that looked like a bunch of blood and handprints were on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's just somebody. That's Don't know. A lot of things could have gone on here. A lot of things. Somebody, he could have, maybe had nothing to do with it, and somebody's trying to set him up.
Yeah, that's exactly where I went with it.
Or he said, "Oh no, she's pregnant. I can't deal with that. Could you take care of this for me?" I mean, he could really be really, really, really involved or not involved at all. And everything in between. But I would say that's a bad idea. If you had anything to do with it, why would you get somebody to kill her for you, and then this person puts her in your car and then just leaves it there so it can get towed? And eventually they're going to find out whose car it is. I mean, that's inevitable. It's just really, really not good. Hello, Lisa.
Crazy. And then you're leaving it in the impound lot? You haven't went and picked it up? What?
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm hoping they figure this out. I'm hoping they're able to narrow down the timeline to a very, at least down to the day, and then figure out where he was. Was he already on tour? Was he already out of the state?
Hey, Lisa.
The thing is that these types of all these musicians and actors, they have these entourages, and they take care of things for these people. So, So all right, so you're going down that rabbit hole, but it doesn't seem like you're not sure quite yet if the singer did it or somebody else did it. Still not clear.
It's still not clear, especially after what she referenced at one point. And it's like, okay, so we know he was murdered because he was shot.
Right.
The guy, you know what I mean? What if whatever he was involved in fell back on her? Mm-hmm. You see?
Yeah.
Who was involved in what that could have got her in trouble?
Yeah. But that was some years ago. You said that was what, 2021?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this isn't the first time she's ran away with him.
Yeah. I think I knew that.
Yeah. That's even the scarier part. This isn't the first time she's ran off with him. And the parents let her go out that night with him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think she was going to come home?
He was, I saw, he was doing these live streams with her there, pictures with her. He obviously wasn't hiding anything.
No. And like I said, they played Roblox. They played video games. They were gamers before he ever was a singer.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right, Dee. Thanks for filling us all in.
Gotten crazy. So now I've got two. I'm still working on the whole Whitaker thing over here. And then I got this going on over here. And I'm like, okay, time to take a break. I'm tired of writing.
Got a lot on your plate here.
So our next trivia question, now that we've got a couple of people in here.
Okay.
Which family member did Luke shout S-T-O-U-T face at the NCAA championships, making a rare sibling matchup at time the event took place?
Man, you're going to have to read that again, Dee.
Which family member did Luke Stout face at the NCAA championships, making a rare sibling matchup at the event?
So this isn't a true crime question. This is...
No, it is, because he later came up missing.
Oh, he did?
Or dead.
What was it, his twin or something?
It's a brother.
It was his brother.
His younger brother, but yeah, his brother.
And then the stout kid went missing.
Yep.
Is he still missing?
Yes, his brother Max. See? I was trying to be easy, Arctic.
His brother Max. Well, what's tell me more? Who wants to tell me more about this disappearance? Who wants to tell me more if anybody knows anymore?
Okay, give me one moment. Like I said, I've been finding these, and I gave you even the person I've been getting them from. Okay, let's find his pro wrestling. Missing persons details. Why are you telling me this is not a safe domain? Luke Stout was a 24-year-old young man who loved video gaming. What are the comic books, sketch or skateboarding, and most of all his family. Luke lived in we aren't even going to try, West Virginia, where he grew up with 3 older siblings. He was very close to his mother, Elizabeth, who he remained living with so he could care for her. Elizabeth was terminally ill and relied on her boys to help her. On the morning of June 18th, 2012, Luke booked his took his broke green bicycle and walked down the driveway. He was taking it to his girlfriend's house where they were going to fix it up. His friend said he was sending someone over to pick up Luke, and Luke should meet them at the end of the driveway. Luke's mother and brother watched Luke walk down the driveway and out of sight. Luke was never seen or heard from again.
Okay. Not sure what to think there.
But yeah,
they played basketball against each other.
No, they wrestled. Okay. He was a wrestler. What major assassin investigator was Dorothy? And I'm going to screw up on this last name, but it's Kilgallen.
Kilgallen?
Researching when she died, a fact that has fueled later speculation about her death.
What assassin was she investigating when she died?
Mm-hmm.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Mm-mm. Think more modern day. Think presidential.
John Hinckley.
Modern day. Or
well, that's within my lifetime, D.
JFK.
Yeah, I said Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh. I wasn't putting the 2 names together. Yes.
Well, I mean, I know there are all the conspiracies out there, but Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald would be would be my first choice there.
Yeah, that
Wow,
one.
that one. Okay, yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald was not a president. D. John F. Kennedy did not shoot Lee Harvey Oswald. Just
That's where we're leaving it.
So
Yes.
she was doing some research on Lee Harvey Oswald, and she went missing, or she was murdered.
Well, it says the death of John F. Kennedy, and
Yeah.
yes, it was death.
Well, things happen. I don't know. What year was this? What year again?
Give me 1 second. Let me make double sure I'm spelling this right. She died November 8th, 1965.
All right, so not long, just a couple years after he was assassinated, she was looking into that, and then she died. I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Me, I know I'm very boring, but I think that Lee Harvey Oswald did it all by himself. It really was not that tough of a shot, to be honest, with everybody knowing a little bit about guns that I do. And of course, a lot of people have looked into him, and most of those people went on to live long, prosperous lives and died at old ages. So I'm going to think that her death had nothing to do with that.
Barbecue. Sorry. But yeah, it says that was the last thing she was investigating, was the death of him.
Okay.
What year did Henry McCaleb disappear after a night out with his friends?
Henry McCaleb.
Yep.
Name does not ring a bell at all.
Let me.
Nope.
HENRY MCCABE.
McCabe, Henry McCabe. Nope.
Yeah, I must have still. Okay.
Still does not ring a bell. Hello.
Art, do you know? I'll give you a couple of seconds since you're sitting down and chat. I'm going to start, playing the I'm a Little Teapot while we wait.
Your little teapot, short and stout.
Well, I'm only 4'11".
Don't know. Henry McCabe. What city was it?
You would ask me that question. I don't know why I keep walking over there looking. Well, because everything's on this phone. Well, we don't want to go down the Reddit rabbit hole.
That dog is really barking in the background, D.
Yes, it's not mine. It's not mine. I promise this time. I can't find him. There we go. It's a Minnesota case. Henry McCabe, a 31-year-old living in Minnesota, vanished underneath mysterious circumstances on blank date after a night out with friends. In the early hours of the morning, his wife received a chilling voicemail from his phone
Mm-hmm.
concerning eerie moans, shouts, and the voice and a voice saying stop it and other unidentifiable noises. 2 months later, his body was found in Rush Lake, 6 miles from where he was last reported dropped off.
Hmm.
He was an African American, and I gave Arctic a little bit of time. This happened on September 7th, 2015.
So he's out. I'd be interested to know. You don't have to look this up, but just analyzing this, you'd have to know what did these. He was out with friends. So what did they? What did they say happened? They all parted ways. We don't. That might be something. Of course, anytime we talk about minority, do we have to be open to the idea if this was a murder, if this were a murder, was it racial?
Well, like I said, he was African, so
yeah,
kind of leaves you there.
So we have to consider that. I'd want to know, do you have any familiar with this lake? Had you ever been to this lake before? Anything like that? It seems unlikely that he left that place and walked 6 miles only to end up in the lake. It seems unlikely, but and I'm guessing you're not sure if this is considered a murder or just a suspicious death, or did they?
They said it was a murder.
They did. Okay. All right. That's unfortunate. Okay, Henry McCabe. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Good question, D.
Yeah, I was waiting to pull up one more before I got asked questions on it. Okay. Where was last place Helen Birch, Brach, last seen before disappearing in February of 1977?
Don't know it. I do not know.
Arctic, you got this one?
Is this an Oklahoma one?
No, this is not an Oklahoma case. You notice I've went to all death right here as of lately. Oh, it's horrible.
You what?
I said I've noticed just majorly everything seems like it's all death. But this isn't a death. This is a disappearance.
Well, it doesn't help that the man in your life goes by death as well, D.
She was last.
You're attracting certain things in your life.
Oh, as crazy as it must seem. Hey, did you know that we all survived the Holocaust? Dang it. You're like, what? Yeah, they said that we were supposed to have the Holocaust this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed it. I must have been doing my hair or something.
We must have been doing something completely different.
I must have been doing something mundane to really miss that. Must have been washing dishes or something.
I think I said Holocaust and I meant the rapture.
The Armageddon.
They said it's supposed to be the rapture. I was like, I thought we were supposed to be on fire before the rapture ever hit. People.
The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yep.
So when did she go? What happened to her? What is the story here with this woman?
So she went missing. She was leaving the Mayo Clinic at Rochester, Minnesota.
Yeah, that's where that is. Yes.
Where she went missing.
Right.
A little bit on her. Helen, a wealthy hairdresser. Helen, a wealthy heiress to the Birch candy fortune, disappeared
Oh,
in
yeah.
1977 after a trip to the Mayo Clinic. She was
Right.
last seen in Rochester, Minnesota, and was never seen again. While Richard Bailey, a house investigator, was the only person convinced the disappearance, he was convicted of fraud.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
familiar with this one now. It's because, no offense, Dave, but you mispronounced the last name. It's Brock.
I
Brock.
spelt it.
I know, but it's Brock. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's Brock candy is very not as maybe famous as Hershey, but a very famous candy family. Yeah, she went missing, and the
I thought Brock
allegation
would
was
have an O instead of an A. Okay.
Brock, Barch, Brock candies.
This is spelled BR. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she, the allegation, she got caught up in this guy. He had her, I don't know, investing in horses or something, and she had figured out that he was just into her for her money, and I think she had claimed that she was going to go to the authorities or something before this all happened. Yeah, that's ringing a bell now that I started like
Thinking about it.
deciphering that. Yeah. Yes, I think what probably tipped, she went missing after she went to the Mayo Clinic, is for some reason something that stuck in my mind. It was like, oh yeah, I know this disappearance. Yeah. In fact, I think there was, although they didn't portray it in Minnesota, there was an episode of Law and Order that was along those lines about a guy that was some wealthy woman, and he was, using her money, and by the time they tracked him down, he was already with another rich woman who was giving him money to buy horses or do whatever. It
Oh,
was a Law and Order episode that I think was possibly crafted after that disappearance. Yeah.
give me 1 second. See, I just wish I could type fast enough that
Got to take a typing class.
I used to be able to. I worked for 1-800 Flowers. I had typing down to the T. It's the whole doing it on the phone that gets me.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's tough. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
In what year did Brianna, I'm going to spell it Brianna,
Uh-huh.
Maitland, Maitlan,
Brianna Maitland. That's an unfound disappearance.
disappear from Vermont. Oh gosh. So what year did she disappear, Ed?
I'm going to say 2000. Oh, man. Of course, I knew the kind of car, but it was kind of an old car even at that point. Was it 2004?
Yes.
Wow. How do I do that? I have no idea. 370 some disappearances covered, and I could pick up the year of a disappearance. That is crazy.
I guess I could have made it harder with the month and the year.
Yeah, the month. It was Vermont, but it wasn't really cold. Was this like April?
No. Try March 19th.
March. I was close. I knew it wasn't winter. I knew it wasn't summer. I knew it was fall or spring. Yeah. Yes. Because the picture of her car being up against that abandoned barn or house or whatever, very famous picture within the true crime community, and just thinking, yeah, looks pretty dreary in Vermont at that point. Yeah, that's one. Of course, it's still unsolved. Had a guy who trying to help the family figure out what happened to her, but to be honest, he and I could not differ. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there it is. That is the house of the Caprice backed up against that house, against that building. Yeah, right off the road there. Yeah, but they have some guy who was the guest working on it. But to be honest, he and I could not be more at odds as to what happened.
That looks like
Here
a
comes the train.
house.
Here comes the train.
Yep. Yeah, I got a cigarette in the view of that. Yeah. That looks like a barn to me for some reason.
But it was it was I think it was a house with a barn attached to it. It's some it was kind of I mean, I don't think anybody had lived in it for quite a while. It was kind of a landmark there.
Well, I was thinking it looked abandoned at that.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like that could be the reason why it looks like a barn, not a house. But
yeah. But it was kind of a landmark. Nobody lived in there for a while, and so it became a landmark. Is it still there? I don't even remember. But yeah, the guy who was the guest, he was a perfectly fine guest. I mean, I gave him a chance to say what he wanted to say, but he thinks there was foul play. I am on the absolute other end of that. Yeah, they're 11 years missing, so that would have been from 2015. Okay, yeah.
That's all I could find. I was like, I'll share.
Yep, she's been missing 21 years now. She got off work, was seemingly headed home, and then her car was there. Yeah. So.
Okay, here's one. What unusual detail did Christopher... I'm going to spell this last name. Melude. Leave in the note he left for his mother.
Christopher Melude? Melude.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spelled that right. Let me make double sure.
This one is not familiar to me at all.
If I could spell, it'd be a great thing today. Missing.
Mm-hmm. Melude.
I think I might have spelled it wrong. Give me 1 second. Let me go back and read it off the actual page that I have it on. Wrong thing. There it is. For Christopher, where are you? Different Chris. Okay. Give me a second. I am looking.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out where it went. Okay. So I had the wrong last name on there. It is Christopher Kerze.
Christopher Kersey.
What?
How did you get that one wrong, D?
I don't know. I don't even know. I probably got distracted somewhere. I probably was just going to put Christopher and then left it there and walked away and came back to it. What unusual detail did Christopher include in his note left for his mother before vanishing?
I recognize this name, but Don't know. I that's of course a very unique name, Kersey. Don't know. Couldn't tell you.
He wrote, "Be back by 6 unless I get lost," with the word "lost" underlined twice.
That's what I'm gonna have to look up. Let me look that up right while being that I have my other computer open right here. D. Maybe this is one that come on, computer. There we go. Christopher Matthew Kersey.
Mm-hmm.
Egan, another Minnesota disappearance, just like the Brock woman. Yes, I've looked at this. I just looking, just seeing his picture. I know I've looked at this page before. Does say he was suicidal at the time of his disappearance, and it seems there was a shotgun that went missing with him. That is a bad sign right there.
But it says with the shotgun, what was that? I read something on that. Somewhere I read something on that.
Yeah.
That the shotgun, he might have left with the shotgun, but he didn't take any bullets.
Yeah, maybe. If anybody was keeping track of them. You know, I have ammunition in my condo here, but if somebody took some of it, I don't know if I would know it or not, to be honest.
Because that was one of the questions was, what was in Christopher's van found abnormal, and where was the item was missing from his home that raised concern. The van was found near Grand Rapids. Yeah. The Mossberg 20 gauge shotgun was missing, though no ammunition was taken.
I'm guessing he had ammunition. It's hard to tell. Once again, if you don't know how much you had before, it's hard to tell if any is missing after. And once again, being a gun owner myself with several guns and more than enough ammunition, like I said, if a box were to go missing somehow, even though nobody ever comes in this condo, I don't think I would know it. So that has to be considered. Very sad.
My next one is, what suspicious detail about Kevin Brammer, Brame, Brammer's murder significantly raised questions about where he was lured or why he was lured there? That is not the one I wanted. We're going back up to the top. What was Kevin Brammer's profession at the time of his death?
Don't know. Male stripper.
No, think more law.
Deputy.
He was a police officer in Daytona, Ohio.
And he was murdered, huh?
And he was murdered right outside his ex-wife's house.
And it's unsolved.
Yeah, it's unsolved.
Wow.
Hey, Jody, how are you, sweetheart?
You'd think him being shot outside of his ex-wife's house would be notable.
You would think.
It's just like that right here in Florida, that guy got shot while he was dropping his kids off. And it figured out that the wife got some guy to throw a tire out there so the ex-husband would have to stop. When he stopped to move that tire off the road, guy came out of the bushes or whatever and shot him. I think that the guy worked for Microsoft or something.
I think I like this a lot better because it gives me the list of easy, medium, or hard on the questions. So our next one is going to come out of Florida.
All right. No pressure.
We're going to go with the easy one. In what Florida city did Lauren, Lauren, Dumolo go missing in June of 2000?
Orlando.
No.
No.
Nope. Think of the Capes.
Think of the Capes. The Capes.
Cape Coral, Florida.
Cape Coral. Down there near Miami. Okay, Cape Coral. Okay. Name is familiar to me. That's why I thought it was one of those Orlando disappearances like Jennifer Kessie, but I guess not.
What personal item of Laura's was found at Four Freedom Park the day she vanished?
Her phone.
No.
Her purse.
Yes. And later her shirt.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That makes it easier on me. I like that. Okay.
Did you find a site with trivia, true crime trivia on it?
No. What I did is I programmed my AI to listen to Final Beat. I just put the name in. They give me everything about the disappearance. They even give me where they found it and everything in it.
All right.
I like it so far.
AI versus Ed.
Hey, it takes a lot to go find some of this shit.
It does. I know.
In what year did Lisa? I'm going to mess up this name, so we're just going to spell it Stebic.
Stebic.
Disappear from her home in Plainfield, Illinois.
Wasn't this the Peterson guy? Wasn't that guy? He had another wife that died or went missing as well.
I don't know.
Pretty sure. Not I'm sure whatever happened to that guy. Not sure that year. 1993.
2007.
There was the Peterson guy. I thought that wasn't she connected to him?
No.
No?
We'll go with this one. What suspicious items were found in Craig Stebback's truck weeks after Lisa's vanish?
Her purse?
No.
What was found?
A trap with trace amounts of Lisa's blood.
A what with trace amounts?
A trap.
A trap?
Yep.
Like a trap, like to trap an animal?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was thinking like a bear trap. So yeah.
I recognize the name. Obviously, I got confused on these things. But, man, you'd think I would remember a trap with her blood on it. Oh, my gosh.
What legal action did Lisa Stebback take the day she disappeared?
Getting divorced, took the kids.
She mailed a petition asking the court to evict Craig Stebback.
Well, I'll do it.
Allegedly was cruel and domestic and verbal violence.
Was he ever convicted?
Didn't look that up. I don't think he was.
Wow. That is a shame. All right, D.
Okay, so what year did Bryson, B-R-Y-C-E,
Bryce?
Bryce? I don't know why I always want to put an extra E on it. L-A.
One syllable there. Don't make it more difficult than it is, D. It's just one syllable.
LASPISA
Yeah, La Spisa.
vanished while driving from northern to Southern California.
2000. Man, this was a disappeared episode. 2007.
2013.
Okay. Yep, he was driving. Something happened, and then his vehicle was found like pushed over a embankment or something, and he's still missing all these years later. 12 years later.
My next question is, what was the unusual behavior, or what unusual behavior did Bryce exhibit in the days leading up to his disappearance?
I thought it was paranoia or schizophrenia, something like that.
No, it says he gave away personal belongings,
Did he?
broke up with his girlfriend abruptly, and stayed awake for nearly 2 days straight.
Wow. Okay.
What was a discovery about Bryce's vehicle after it was found crashed near Crystal Lake, and what detail raised questions about whether he left the scene voluntarily?
I don't know that. I just know that it was wrecked or pushed or something. What was unique about the vehicle?
The car was found turned over in the bottom of a ravine.
Yeah.
No sign of him. His wallet, his phone, his laptops were inside, but there were no blood evidence or injuries, suggesting he may have exited the vehicle on his own.
Okay.
Yeah,
I realize probably there are some people out there that would think it would be foul play. I of course do not, given the way he was acting seemingly before he went missing. We might even think that I don't know if this would make his family feel better or not. I could even be open to the idea that he's still alive today somewhere.
Yeah.
It's been a fairly well-known disappearance. Not as well-known as Brian Schaefer and some others, but that's a fairly well-known disappearance. Seems to have gotten a lot of attention. Of course, I've never spoken to anybody's family or friends or anything, but it seems fairly well-known, especially since it got on disappeared.
What year did Ann Dunlap disappear from Minneapolis, Minnesota?
Man, you're doing a lot of Minnesota cases tonight, D. What's going on here?
Oh, I was trying to attract my annoyance. Me and this guy became friends. His wife knows. Everyone knows. We became friends. I love his son to death. He's autistic. He's from Minnesota.
Okay. I knew there was something going on. I don't know. Don't know this disappearance. Don't know.
The answer is 1995.
95. I turned 25 that year.
Where were you?
I was living in Leechburg, Pennsylvania, still living at home, I'm sorry to say. 1995. That was the year. 95 was the year that I went to Hawaii. The one time that I've been to Hawaii was that year.
Oh.
April of 95, yeah.
And I've got a lot of years here, too. That's my favorite thing about this. What year did... I'm going to pronounce her name, and I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, so we're going to pronounce it, and then we're going to spell it. Cynthia Anderson is Cynthia Anderson.
Yeah.
Vanished from her law office in Toledo, Ohio.
She vanished on August 4th, 1981.
Oh, wow. As good as
how I know, D.
How do you know, Ed?
Well, I think I could say it here. This is a disappearance that I've been working on deep background for a couple months now.
Oh, wow.
Coincidence. You didn't know that? That's a coincidence? You're asking me that and you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that's one I've been personally working on. I don't know if it'll ever be an episode or not, but I've been doing a lot of leg work behind the scenes on that one. That's one. It was on Unsolved Mysteries episode. You can find it on YouTube. Before she went missing, she was having nightmares. There were calls going to the law firm where she worked as a secretary, hang-ups. And she even had the next door was a Radio Shack. She had the guy from over there install a warning buzzer on her desk at the law firm in case anybody came in to, because a lot of times she was at the law firm by herself. And she usually the schedule was that the first in the morning the lawyers who worked there would be out in court or whatever and should be there answering phones or whatever. Well, when one of the lawyers showed up there before noon that day, the door was locked. Her car was there, but the law firm was all locked up. They walked in. She's not there. No signs of violence. Her purse is gone. She's gone. Nobody saw anything, and it's still unsolved 44 years later. And of course, because of what I've been doing, I can't say anymore. I can tell you that that's the public information. I can't tell you everybody I've talked to and other things that I've discovered or not discovered, but I'll just leave it at that. So I came across that disappearance a few months ago while I was looking at a book with a bunch of disappearances in it. And I got thought that some really high quality work could be done on it to kind of move it forward. And I was correct.
Well, I think you already mentioned, but what unsettling detail did Cynthia add to her routine shortly before her disappearance?
She started locking the front door to the law firm. And then on top of that, there was this buzzer installed that would ring next door. Yeah, it's a tough one, but
she began locking the office door during
right.
work hours and keeping a romantic novel open to a kidnapping scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about the novel thing. I'm not sure if that is, to be honest, not sure if that's real or not, to be honest.
What cryptic
I think that might have been something that was legend that became fact. That's really all I can say.
Oh, here's what cryptic message was reported spray painted on a wall near Cynthia's workplace, and why did it raise suspicion?
Well, said Cindy, I love you, GW, but I'm not breaking any rules in any of the work that I've been doing because it's already out there.
Yeah,
you can research this. That graffiti had nothing to do with her disappearance at all. In fact, I have tracked down the woman, the actual Cindy that it was actually written to, and I know who GW is, and it had nothing to do with Cynthia Anderson. Oh. And the guy that wrote that died in a motorcycle accident in 1983. That's out there, though. That's public. I'm not revealing anything of the work that's out there. If you Google enough, finally, it's already out there. This is not something that I knew that I discovered. Trust me, I've discovered a lot of new stuff, but that's not new. That was already public before I got involved.
So we have, from what Minnesota college did Joshua Gamone vanish from in 2022?
It was actually 2002, and that was St. John's University of Minnesota.
At least you know the year. For some reason, I read it wrong. Anyway.
Yes, because you asked me about. Did you? You already asked me about that. If I'd featured that disappearance, you asked me that yesterday, right?
Yeah, because I was writing them all down because I was like, well.
Yeah, Joshua Guimond. That was one of Unfound's first disappearances. Since then, there has been a podcast series done on his disappearance. I have to admit, even though the guy who did it talked to me before he did the series, I thought that the series was a little too sensational for me. I'm still not convinced there was any foul play there. This is one of those things where people have to understand that sometimes people do walk off for a lot of different reasons. Who knows? A lot was made of what was on his computer. I'm not sure what to make of that. That's once again seems overhyped to me, but it's still unsolved 23 years later.
It's a crazy one.
Yeah, I guess it is. A lot of unfortunately, a lot of kids go, teenagers, 20 somethings go missing after walking off and they're not found. And I'm not inclined to believe many of them are foul play. Would I like to talk to all the people you ran into that night? Yeah, if I had the time. I really don't have any time, but I think I know who they are. Their names I think are out there. But I don't think they've ever changed their stories all these years. I mean, then there was more than one person there. If there was any sort of conspiracy, like they got into a fight and Josh died and they covered it up, I hardly think that they would be able to keep it under wraps all these years.
What year did Brandon Swanson disappear after his car got stuck in that ditch?
I think somebody asked me about doing that, on the live show, analyze that. That's probably the one I'm going to do this coming Monday, D. So it's convenient you asked me about it. What year was that? I've read about this one extensively. I've not talked to anybody's family. I don't even know if they do media anymore. But 2006?
2008.
Ooh, close.
What was the last known communication between Brandon Swanson? Let me reread. What was the last known communication from Brandon Swanson before he vanished?
He was he talking to his father or something, and then he there was a scream like, "Oh no!" or whatever, and then the line went dead.
Kind of, sorta. I have here a phone call to his parents a phone call to his parents during which he said he was walking towards a nearby town and suddenly exclaimed, "Oh!"
Yes.
Before the call ended.
Yeah, and the thing about it was where he said he was and where his car was found were two different things. Were totally two. He said he was one place walking, but his car was found someplace else, not like 100 miles away or anything, but it was like a few miles, where what he was telling them on the phone was not true. Now, whether he was necessarily lying or he was confused, was he on drugs or whatever, I don't know. But there was what he was telling them was not true. The car was found in a totally different spot. So, and I think he was fairly familiar with that area, so that adds to the confusion.
Yeah.
Right. Not sure. Like I said, it's been a little while. I might even have a file on one of my computers and just some reading that I've done on it and took some notes. But it's been a while. Here comes the train.
Yeah.
At least it's kind enough to toot before it comes by. It lets you know it's coming. So it doesn't sneak up on you.
well, it's like I told my mom the other day, I try not even to talk anymore. Come on, get past it. Okay. In what year did Lisa Myers disappear from her home in Florida?
Lisa Myers. Lisa Myers?
Lissameyers.
Don't know. Don't know that one.
1982.
Wow.
What suspicious detail was noted about Lisa Myers' husband after her disappearance?
I have no idea. I'm going to say, did he have scratches on him?
He did not report her missing and claimed she left voluntarily.
Okay, so he did one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I just have no idea where my wife went.
We've seen it a lot.
Yeah, we do. These guys are these very, very controlling guys, and then all of a sudden they're the most clueless men in the world. They want to know where their wife or girlfriend is every second of the day because these guys are idiots and bad and everything else. And then all of a sudden, I just have no idea.
What forensic clues was discovered years later that regained a closer look into Lisa Myers' case?
Don't know.
A blood-stained mattress and other items found during a re-investigation of the couple's former home. So we know what happened there.
Yeah, we do. Did he get away with it? Was he ever charged with anything? Do you know, Dee?
I don't know. I could go look at it.
You don't have to. Just wondering. You just wonder if they didn't find her, did some prosecutor have enough courage to charge him?
What if they, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't.
In what year did Juan Leon, and I'm going to slaughter the last name because it's a Hispanic last name, so it's Laureles.
Laurels?
Murder in Brownwood, Texas.
Don't know.
1996.
Okay.
Oh. What do I got next? Okay, come on, why can I not see tonight? Oh, good start out. Okay, I am. Right. Like I said, so far these have been the names and stuff that I pulled.
What?
Huh. I'll have to look that up for our next segment. I think that's all I have, other than a couple of more sentences. But
well, we've been going an hour and 15 minutes, so we did plenty.
I think I like this.
I'm glad I could surprise you with that Cynthia Anderson answer. That was we didn't just get the year right; he got the day right. How did he do that? So I'd like to think I surprised you at least once tonight, Dee.
I think it's just crazy that me and you're looking at the same cases, and I've already, Well, going through YouTube and finding the cases the way I
Yeah.
do, I've listened to enough of them, and it's like, okay, I know what happened.
Weird. That is weird. With all the 100,000 that are unsolved, it's weird that you picked one that you don't know that I've been working on. But like I said, been doing a lot of good work on it behind the scenes. But it's one of those that I don't think it's going to be an episode anytime soon because I really want to get to see how close I can get to solving it.
Well, Lisa, I love that you have a unusual, or I can't say an unusual name. I mean, yours is a common name, kind of like Edward. Michael. For the times, you guys have usual names.
Yeah.
Now try being a Dion in a whole group of usual names. I hated my name growing up. Literally hated it.
I don't mind my name at all. I'm just glad that I am not a junior. My dad's name is also Edward, but he has a middle name. I do not. And I'm really, 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 really happy I did not get that middle name because that would have been something.
That middle name that bad?
Yeah, and I'm not telling you what it is. My dad and I joke about that all the time because he's Edward, I'm Edward. Everybody thinks I'm a junior, but I'm not. To be a junior, you'd have to have the absolute full name, and I don't.
Oh, I don't know if I've told you where Taylor came from for my channel name.
Tell me.
Okay, so my grandfather joined the military, and he didn't have a middle name. And they asked him, "You don't have a middle name?" Well, his dad was Zachary Glenn Taylor. And he was trying
Zachary Taylor, like the president.
Yes.
Wow.
So he came up with the name Taylor. He was like, okay, here it is. And so I have a nephew named Taylor, a cousin named Taylor after him. And I was like, well, and my mom one day was telling me, she goes, if I would have had my way about it, your name would have never been Dion. I don't know why I had thought I had to name my kids the same name, same initials as their father, because my older sister is Jamie. Her dad was named Jim.
Wait, your older sister's name is what?
Jamie.
Janie, like with an N?
Jamie.
Oh, M as in M. All right, I was going to say I have an ex-girlfriend named Janie with an N.
That's a scary thought.
Okay.
And her dad's name was Jim. So she goes, I don't know why I did that. You kids are the only ones that broke that cycle. She goes, the only one that's even halfway has an initial as mine is Aspen. I was like, yeah, because I wasn't going to name another one after me. My name needs to die with me. That's where it needs to stay.
I don't mind the name Dion.
Well, see, and it's like I used to always tell everyone before, racism became a big problem. And do not take this as a racist comment, period, end of subject. I used to tell her when my dad was expecting a black football player and a male black football player, and he wound up with me. At the time, Deion Sanders was famous. Yes.
Yeah.
So I always made jokes about it, and people were like, nowadays it's like, okay, is it safe? If it's not, they'll cancel me. I'll come back. I'm good.
How was it spelled? How is it properly spelled?
Mine is spelled Deon.
All right. Because I had an ex-girlfriend with the middle name Dion, but it was Dionne.
See, my dad, his name was Douglas Leon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dion.
Do I need to explain anymore?
I kind of pushed it all together.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just keep calling you D.
I prefer D. I hate my name. If I could, there's two things. If I could ever change, it would be my first name. That'd be one of them. Okay. And my nose would be the other.
Your nose.
My nose. And I say that I have my dad's nose, and it's so obvious. It's horrible.
Okay.
You love my name,
You know,
Lisa?
they're doing fantastic work in plastic surgery these days, Dee.
No, because
So I
nose,
hear.
I wouldn't stop. I would keep going.
Yeah,
And I know
that's
that about me.
as a lot of mostly women do. Yeah.
The lip injection, the cheek injections.
I got nothing against any of it. Women want to do that stuff. I'm all for it. Get it done. Go to it. Get it done, girl.
Get rid of the stomach.
All right. Well, good show tonight, Dee. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're always welcome up here. You know that. Of course, so is
and you can tell that when an hour and a half when we started, my hair was all wet. You can see it's mostly dry now for the most part.
So I figure you have a great night ahead of you.
All right, you too. I will. I don't know. Probably got to do a few things here, but I have some things to do for sure. All right, Dee.
Got stuff to work on for next week. See you later, guys.
See ya.
Peace out. Bye.